What's going on, world? It's your boy SenseiRip, and I'm back again with another video. Today we got a clip from comedian Hughley responding to the people celebrating Kevin Samuels' passing. Y'all know how we do. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, and I will catch y'all afterwards with my commentary. Alright? Let's get it.
That was Troop, Spread My Wings. So, of course, we were all greeted with the news of Kevin Samuels' passing. And it's interesting because we had just the previous week on Wednesday, we had one of the DLQs we did was about the last statement that I was aware that he made. One of the things broadcast he performed was when he said that basically if you're 35 years old and you're not married, you are a leftover, which is indicative of the kind of things that he used to say. As a matter of fact, when I first heard of him, I was with my road manager, and he was listening to something he said, and it struck me as cruel and unnecessary. And subsequently, I've heard a lot of things that had come out that seemed to have that same tone. And so, when he died, I felt really bad because I thought, even in death, that some of the comments were just so vitriolic and so acrimonious. I thought that they didn't necessarily fit the crime. I thought that it was just unnecessarily cruel. The man had run his race. Everything was over. He wasn't a rapist or a murderer or a child molester or anything of that sort. But whatever he did, it stirred up these strong feelings of vitriol. So I was talking to a frat brother of mine, and I wanted to do something to say something. So I was talking to him about how I felt. And he was telling me that eulogy, the Latin word eulogy means to speak well of. Not to add, not to detract, but to speak well of. So with that in mind, I'd gone on social media to look at whatever I could to find something that was good to say. And I can say this, that mostly everything I saw in terms of his profile was always well-produced pictures and him wearing sunglasses and looking cool and well-dressed, but nothing personal. I remember I sent out a tweet and I said that R. Kelly would get warmer condolences than Kevin Samuels was getting, which I thought was out of line. I thought that, the punishment didn't necessarily fit the crime. And somebody on Twitter said, well, R. Kelly made people feel good too. He wasn't just what he did. So in death, what you have are two things: how people made you feel and how you remember them. And I think that Kevin Samuels was an amalgamation. His profile, his social media presence was designed to do one thing, and that was to forward an image. It seems like this is the one that he was comfortable with people having of him. And that seems sad to me. Even the way that we've learned of his death, it took 24 hours before anybody could confirm it. What that tells me is that either nobody cared or knew how to get in contact with somebody. It is a shame that happened. Cut your phone off for 24 hours and see how many calls you get. See how many people are checking for you. See if they're worried about you. And if that's not the case, I would submit that you're not living right. I would submit that you need to change something. Kevin Samuels was a human being. I think it's a shame when any human being dies. But all you left when somebody dies is what they left you, the memories. Either some are good or some are bad. But you have, in totality, the totality of the person. You get to say who they are. You get a pretty broad picture. I'm this and I'm that. It seemed with Kevin, he wanted to be perceived as this thing. Now, I can't say that he was a bad man. I know he played one on social media. I can't say that he was a cruel man. I know he played one on social media. It was a shame when you go on, and Kevin Samuels, it took 24 hours, of certainly a very long time, to confirm his death. And he didn't die on a foreign road. He didn't die in a foreign country with remote access. He died in the very city that he was born and raised in. He died in the company of a woman he just met, apparently. He died at a hospital he probably drove by, which was, minutes away from where he lived. And he died with no significant outpouring. Like I'm looking through social media, and I'm looking at posts, and I'm looking at even the way that articles that do come out are worded. They seem benign and antiseptic. I don't see anybody saying, we lost a real one, or please respect our privacy at times like this, or we're gonna miss you, or rest it. Like, none of that. It seems to be vitriolic. I don't subscribe to the notion that there is black women or leveling karma, because I would say that if that were true, then there would be a whole lot less baby daddies. But I think that you do get what you give. You get what you give. And if that was negativity, that will happen in death. And that's sad. Because to die alone, nobody can identify you. Paupers die like that. Homeless people die like that. The people who society has rejected die like that. Not a man with millions of followers and a high value man, as he coined the phrase. It is sad that happened. It is sad that his death is being met with a collective yawn and acrimony. It is sad. But when you die in an apartment, in the company of a stranger, in the very city you were born and reared in, minutes away from the very hospital you drive by every day, that says a lot about how you lived. That says a lot about how you were perceived. People need to miss you, but to miss you and to speak fondly of you, they need to give you memories that are fond. I will learn that lesson. I will take away from this, and I'm very sorry for his family. I'm very sorry for what the people that did love him, even though I think in society at large we don't know a lot about them. I'm very sorry for that. But I am sorry that if this was not who he truly was, I'm sorry that this is how he'll be remembered. I've learned a lot. And one thing, you got to give people something to miss.
Well, let's talk about it, y'all. That was comedian D.L. Hughley responding to the people celebrating the news of Kevin Samuels' passing. And again, for those who may have missed it, last week, rumors started circulating online that Kevin Samuels had passed away. And without confirmation, a lot of people rushed to social media to celebrate the news. People were waking up, hearing about this on Twitter and trying to figure out, man, what is going on? Is this true? And unfortunately, yes, the rumors were true. It took about a day to confirm. So far, it hasn't even been a whole week yet, and we're getting more information, right? Recently, audio of the 911 call has been released. A lot of people speculating, trying to figure out who the young lady was. All types of things been going on since the news was announced. And we know how this internet thing can go, right? We can understand how it turns out. It can get a little messy. We got YouTube detectives and things of that nature. So I try not to get too far into the speculation. But one thing I will say is that, the moment that I noticed people were celebrating, I was just like, man, that's a bit harsh, right? Like, dang, where's the humanity nowadays, right? If a black man go out here celebrating black women's death, he's going to be criticized for it. But it goes to show that a lot of women were upset and offended by the things that Kevin Samuels said on his platform. Now, me, not a day one Kevin Samuels supporter. I've seen, some of his videos. I've seen some of the clips, right, that we see on social media. But I can understand why, people felt the way that they did, and feeling disrespected by his content. But the thing that really, shocks me the most is that whenever I did tune into his videos, it would always be a large audience of women watching his content. And to me, that spoke volumes, because if you're being disrespected, or at least you deem it disrespectful, just hearing his commentary and how he views women over a certain age and things of that nature, why do you continue to return? And I think that is the reason why Kevin Samuels rose to success when it comes to YouTube and his platforms, because he filled a void that needed to be filled. Those who know Patrice O'Neal, right? Rest in peace to the legend Patrice O'Neal. People will tell you Patrice O'Neal was sharing those same point of views when he was alive, and he was very unapologetic about it, right? He wasn't as clean cut as Kevin Samuels was, but one thing people appreciated about Patrice was him being authentic and unapologetic and standing on whatever it is he believed in. And I think Kevin Samuels was the same way, right? So I try not to get too caught up in what you see on that camera, because I actually seen a video this past week where Kevin Samuels explained, the reason as to why he bashes black women and things of that nature, because he understands that that's what's going to get people's attention. There are a lot of people on YouTube, Charleston White, Tommy Sotomayor, a lot of people, You know, they say things, extreme things, right? They call it shock jock content. They say extreme things to get people, you know what I'm saying, emotional and upset, and to get that traffic going and jumping. And once I got everyone's attention, now I can present you with what, you know, my real intentions was from day one. You know, at the end of the day, I never got a chance to meet the man. But the one thing I can say that I appreciate about him was the image, the way that he portrayed himself. I do not condone disrespecting black women, but at the same time, there has to be accountability on both ends, not just black women and not just black men. And I think moving on from this, because he has family, right? People are going to be mourning his passing. So this is someone's son, right? Someone's dad. I assume he had children. But the point is, you know, he's loved by people. Whether it's not shown on social media or not, you know, that's up to what you're looking at and what you're viewing on social media. Because I actually seen a lot of people celebrating him, calling him the Godfather. And again, I might not necessarily agree with it, but people are going to show their support and appreciate all the content that Kevin Samuels has left us with. It's unfortunate that he passed so soon, because he just got to this point, in my opinion, was in a lane of his own. And like I said, you know, he served his purpose in regards to what it is he was trying to accomplish with his platform. And I think that will be here forever. But those who deemed it disrespectful, again, I think it's a conversation that needs to be had, specifically within black couples, and understanding that, you know, we trying to get to a resolution, man. The objective is to create, you know, a legacy within our families, man. A lot of the households are divided, specifically in the black community. And it affects us, you know what I mean, in the long run. If our people can't come together and resolve, right, have these conversations, how are we going to move forward? Because being isolated and separated is not going to help the culture, you know, moving forward. And that's just how I feel. Whether you like the man or hate him, you know, he's no longer with us in physical form. But the content and the platform that he presented us with, that's going to live forever. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do y'all think that people were harsh by criticizing him and his death? You think, you know, it's a little too soon to be jumping online celebrating the news of his passing? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will be back with more dope content. But till next time, y'all hit that thumbs up, and I'll catch y'all later at the next video. My name is SenseiRip. Peace.